Hi, I'm Adam.
And I'm Michelle, and this is What is Game Schooling and Why Should You Be Doing It? So, what is game schooling? Well, it's actually really simple. It's just taking games and using them with intentionality to teach your students.
So why should you be game schooling with your kids? Well, a lot of it has to do with experiential learning. The awesome part about games that I really find interesting is it gives your kids a way to really simulate something that you couldn't normally do in real life with many of the games out there on the market nowadays. And so the experiential learning is huge, and it really just helps the kids get into something, understand something, ask questions about something, and possibly research something after that just based on an experience that they had.
And it can really take something that is an abstract concept and bring it into more of a concrete area of understanding so they can understand the information in a more personal way.
Right. The information that you're going over with your kids becomes very relatable for them because after they've gotten to pretend to be a firefighter for like 2 hours, now they actually relate to what that person might have had to do.
It also really sparks a drive to want to learn more. Maybe they weren't interested in the topic to start with, but now not only are they interested, but they're also wanting to explore further. Now they're willing to go out and research this or continue to study it. You're not having to fight with them. They just want to do it because they want to know more about what they've been playing with in the game.
Which brings in to the point of retention and really remembering and just reinforcing learning. Because every time you play that game afterward, if you've had a discussion afterward or if they've done a research project sometime afterward, and just as a family, you guys are playing this game a month or two later, the kids are reminded about everything that they had to research and talk about and discuss, and that retention is just reinforced and reinforced and reinforced. And it's really, really good for children and for us, just in general, of understanding concepts.
Board gaming can also really build creativity in a student's problem-solving skills, helping them to get outside of the box of what will work in a given situation.
It also gives the kids an area in which to really learn from mistakes instead of fearing them. I mean, so many kids when they're starting off and they're trying to learn a new topic, new subject, whatever it is, at least with ours, if they feel like there's a possibility of failure, it actually scares them into actually just going through and doing the topic and trying to delve in deep and being willing to make mistakes. And the really cool part about games, or another cool part about games, is that you can play a game for an hour or two and you can make tons of mistakes during that time, and they're not going to really affect you on the long term, but they affect you through that process of the game. So the kids can learn that mistakes are just a part of life. They're a part of the whole function of this game, so they're part of the function of just life in general. And you can learn from them and change, and you don't have to beat yourself up about them. Instead, you learn from them and you can move on.
Some students really aren't very engaged. Some students have a really negative attitude about learning. So bringing out a board game, it can help them with their attitude in what they're learning, just helps to bring them up and help them to enjoy the experience a little bit more. Not only will it help their attitude, but it also helps their engagement. Now they're working hands-on in the material that they're learning, and it just turns around their whole learning experience.
So do you use board games in your school or homeschool? If so, let us know in the comments below.
And don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.